Hello everyone and welcome back to Physicist Gaming. My name is Jack, and today we're going to be ranking every single one of the 22 heroes and villains in Star Wars Battlefront 2. I hope you enjoy. Before we get into this video, I'd just like to explain that every single hero and villain in Star Wars Battlefront 2 is good. There is no bad hero, so long as you play them correctly. Coming in at the bottom of our list is Finn. Now Finn is good, but he's just not as good as others. His big deal slows him down, but it is, however, good for teammates. His Deadeye is also good in Supremacy and Galactic Assault, but then again, it's just not as good as others. And that is why Finn is at the bottom of our list. In 21st place is Chewie. Now Chewie is the worst hero in HVV. There's no nice way of putting it. Chewie is okay in Galactic Assault, and he was the best at the time of launch. However, he was nerfed horribly. So that is why Chewie is in 21st place. He's just bad. In 20th place is Captain Phasma. Captain Phasma is good in co-op and Galactic Assault, but just not quite as good in HVV. Her best tactic is just to place and camp on her droid, and unless your team wants to camp on that droid with you, you're pretty much out of luck. There isn't really much you can do if an Anakin or even a large amount of troopers come for you. In 19th place is Lando. Now Lando is good, his Disabler is fantastic, and his Sharp Shot is also really good, as well as his Smoke Grenade. But generally when you throw the smoke grenade, your team will just all leave, not being able to see through it. And although he's good, again, just outclassed by the higher ones, such as Han. Now we're really getting into the range of fantastic heroes. Everyone on the list is good, but these guys are just great. In 18th place is Leia. Now Leia has been great since her recent rework, replacing her flash grenade with 3 thermal detonators. Her E11 is great for taking out multiple targets, and her secondary fire can be used to snipe across the map, which is absolutely fantastic. Next up is the evil ball himself, BB-9E. Now BB-9E is good, but he's not as good as BB-8, so why would he be in the place of BB-8? He's good, but his smokescreen doesn't really do much unless you stay focused in one spot, and if you do, you're a sitting duck. BOSSK is a great villain. He is awesome, he is fantastic. You could straight up, even a noob, can pick him up and dominate. His blaster fire is great, especially when you scope in, and his Predator's instincts is fantastic. His trip mines are good if you place them right, and his Dioxis grenade can clear out objective rooms incredibly fast. Coming up in the 15th spot is Obi-Wan Kenobi, the meme lord himself. It's over, YouTube. I have the high ground. Obi-Wan is great, with his all-out push being fantastic for defeating enemies at long range. His offensive rush is also great, and his mind trick is decent when compared to Rey's. His lightsaber damage is good, and he's fantastic with blocking. Best hero in the game, absolutely, for blocking. Lollipops. Now, Dooku is awesome. He's a fantastic duelist, and his duelist ability can melt heroes, even facing in a one-on-one against Anakin. If you chain his abilities right, he can destroy. He can also one-shot every single class in the back, so if you're looking for a good hero in Galactic Assault, Dooku is your man. Coming up in 13th place is Rey. Now, Rey is just average. She's your borderline okay lightsaber hero. Her abilities are just meh, and her lightsaber damage is just meh. Strong with the Force I am! Force Ghost I am! Cause lightning I can! Next up is Master Yoda. Now Master Yoda is great. His abilities can be good, and with the introduction of a lightsaber block, he is quite powerful. And he is undoubtedly one of the best lightsaber heroes for Galactic Assault and Supremacy. In 11th place is Darth Maul. Now, Darth Maul took a pretty hard nerf when his infinite stamina was removed, but he's still a really good hero. His lightsaber spin is great, and his force stroke is great on planets especially such as Kamino in HVV. In 10th place is IDEN VERSIO. IDEN VERSIO is the main character in the single-player campaign. Now, she's good, but her abilities are very Battlefront 1-esque. Her pulse cannon is just okay, but her stun droid is fantastic, especially in HVV. In 9th place is BB-8. BB-8's cable spin is fantastic in Galactic Assault, Supremacy, and other such game modes. He's also great in HVV because the enemies don't tend to pay much notice to you. In 8th place is Boba Fett, the speediest villain on the Battlefront. His jetpack allows him to fly everywhere, and his For the Hunt ability extends the jetpack duration. His multi-rockets can also fire super fast, destroying and melting enemy heroes and infantry units, while his concussion rocket can also be turned into a blaster disabler, allowing him to kill everyone. In 7th place is General Grievous. Now, the General was a buggy mess when he launched, but he's now definitely a lot better. His unrelenting advance is great in HVV, and his stamina is now definitely better than it was. He's improving, just not all the way there yet. In 6th place is Han Solo. His DL-44 is great for melting heroes and infantry alike, and his shoulder barge is also great for knocking over enemies, while his rapid fire can destroy anything in his path. In 5th place is Anakin Skywalker, and he needs no introduction. His retribution was a buggy mess at the beginning, and it was just a win button. But now he's fairly balanced. He's still one of the better, more OP heroes on the light side, but he's still great. In 4th place is the Senate. See what I did there? Calls himself the Senate. I am the Senate. I am the Senate. Anyway, Palpatine is a great choice for a villain. He has 2 twin lightning hands, and he's pretty OP. His Dark Aura is great for disorienting enemies, and his chain lightning is great against infantry. In 3rd place is a speedy bugger called Luke Skywalker. He's one of the most annoying heroes to face in HVV, and because he can just repulse, push, dash attack, and then run. He's also fantastic in Galactic Assault, and if not one of the best in Galactic Assault. In 2nd place is KYLO, and he is, in my opinion, the most aggressive hero in the entire Battlefront. His freeze, frenzy, and pull abilities are all incredibly aggressive, and his run speed is also pretty good, along with his lightsaber damage. Now, before I reveal who is at number 1, I would just like to give a few honorable mentions. Leia Organa, Luke Skywalker, Kylo Ren, Han Solo, and Lando Calrissian. At first place, as you guys all know, is Darth Vader. This man is a tank. His lightsaber damage is immense, his force stroke is OP, his lightsaber throw is OP, and his buff ability is fantastic. There is no beating a Vader if you encounter him in Galactic Assault, no matter how skilled you are. Just give up. You are going to be brutally killed. Thank you so much for watching this video. It was a lot of fun to make. By the way, this is all my opinion and is kind of based on whatever you want to feel about these heroes. It's all kind of subjective, there's no good or bad heroes, but this is just, in my opinion, what is going on. Oh, and by the way, the honorable mentions, they're kind of sort of just heroes I play the most, not like they're any better than the others, they're just the heroes I play the most. Cheers, thank you so much for watching.